What's up, NZ gang? How y'all been doing? Just living my best life, and happy Halloween for everybody out there who's going trick or treating today. Alrighty, we are going to be in this little topic right here. Well, not really a main topic. This is a 4 year old. This is 4 years ago, like 2015, but really 5, 6 years. But never mind that. If y'all don't know about this complete storyline of Batman, Death of the Family, then y'all need to just get out of here when you can. But this is going to be a little scary for my younger viewers, but all my older viewers out here who've seen this before, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And comment below and see what change and what's different. If you haven't seen the storyline, please check this one out. I'll give you the original link in the description. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Just go be scary, y'all. So pray for me and hope that you're with your mom, your dad, and everyone else. But let's get ready. I like this script.
Welcome to the Complete Story Series, where we take trade paperbacks and single issues and we break them down into digestible bites for you to understand. Then we read it dramatically back to you. All alterations to the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by the respected companies. Now, I also want you to remember that we do try to make this channel family friendly, but this is the comic book Joker. He is twisted, and this story may not be for children.
Right.
Harley Quinn looks around the room, which is illuminated by a single light bulb, calling out into the darkness, asking if the Joker's even there. No one's seen him in a year, not since he cut his own face off in Arkham Asylum.
Damn.
She looks around confused. He asked her to come to this place, but it's dark and it looks like no one's here. "What do you want me to do, Mr. J?" she asks nervously. Something isn't quite right about him. He calls out from the darkness, asking her to take off all of her clothes. And she does as she's asked, stripping down to nothing.
Nothing but loyalty.
And then she waits. He hands her a suit and some platform shoes. And as she puts them on, she realizes that she's going to be about the Joker's height and appear to be about his build. "Mr. J, I'm going to look just like you." And he steps out of the shadows and exclaims, "That's the point! Just like me." But there's one thing wrong. Your pretty face spoils the reflection. I'll need to remove it, like my own. And she asks him nervously once again, "Will it hurt?" Only to have him tell her, "Oh yes, tremendously! You'll never experience a worse pain in your life. But the worst part is the eyes. Your eyeballs will dry out without their eyelids. And you'll always need to keep some eye drops handy. But don't worry, at first it's gonna be fine, since the blood will keep your eyelids moist for a while." She panics and screams, "No, I don't want to do it!" But the Joker moves too quickly, and before she can react, she sees red. But it didn't hurt. He put the Red Hood's helmet on her. He has plans for her. Got her good, didn't he?
Yeah.
Commissioner Gordon walked into the police station like he would for any day. He got his coffee and his donuts, and he was discussing the latest cases with his fellow police officers, when he looked at the end of a hallway, and he sees a man that he slightly recognizes. All of the lights go out, and everyone realizes that the Joker is in the room. But as the sound of a hammer thuds against skulls, and bodies begin to hit the floor, no one knows what to do. No one knows how to react. Shots are fired, but don't seem to hit a mark. And eventually, the lights are turned back on, and there stands Batman over Gordon. "Where is he, Jim?" But Gordon looks at Batman and he says he's gone. And he told a joke. "Oh God, Batman, he told a joke." Batman returns to the Batcave just in time to see the television come on. A man in Joker face paint is reading a teleprompter. He announces to Gotham, "The Joker's back. He was gone for a little while, but he has returned, and he will kill the mayor." And then the Joker shoots the man dead on live television. The Bat family calls in trying to tell Batman that they can help him. They can help him find the Joker. But he simply tells them, it's fine, he has this. It's between him and the Joker. Batman sets up the police force in the mayor's office, and they seal every entrance and ensure that no one gets in or out. Everything seems to be going just fine. until everyone inside of the building begins to vomit and die. The entire police force trying to guard the mayor suddenly falls over and dies right in front of Batman, all with a twisted and demented.
The Google Pixel 4 has arrived in spring with an incredible camera featuring night sight. It's now so powerful it lets you capture the stars. So, switch and lease a Pixel 4 and get the second one for $0 a month. Wow.
Frown on their faces, not the usual smile that the Joker goes for. After sampling the toxin, Batman realizes that the Joker is pointing him back to where it all started, the Ace Chemicals factory, and once he gets there, he only finds a person and the Red Hood outfit. "You're not Joker," he exclaims, and he jumps at the Red Hood. But the person in the Red Hood outfit exclaims, "It is here that you helped me remove my false skin to become the man you know me as, the Joker. But once again, you're too slow. You were too slow to save the policeman, too slow to save the mayor's men, and you're too slow to play with me. You've grown fat and soft, Batman. You can't even keep a bunch of old birds from roosting in your city and trying to take control. Your kingdom is rotting beneath you, Batman, and it's causing you to frown. Don't worry, I'm here to save you, to help you focus. I will save you from your allies, your friends, the ones making you slow." And Batman reaches over and pulls off the Red Hood mask to find Harley Quinn standing there with tears in her eyes. "Where is he, Harley?" Batman asks, and through the tears, she tells him, "He's not the same anymore, Bats. He's not my Mr. J anymore." "Tell me where he is, Harley," Batman screams. But as he's standing there screaming at her for the location, the Joker actually isn't too hard to find. He's currently at the Wayne family door, taking a swing at Alfred Pennyworth. Back at the chemical factory, Harley manages to get away by dumping chemicals on Batman, which stall him long enough for her to vanish. He stumbles out confused, and he heads straight back to the Batcave when he can't find Harley Quinn. This isn't right. What's the Joker's game? Why stall Batman? Why dress up Harley and remind him of their first meeting? He sends out a warning to the entire Bat family. "Be on your guard. Joker is out there and he's targeting you individually." As he ponders what the Joker is doing, he walks around Wayne Manor, looking for Alfred. But oddly, he can't find him anywhere. After much searching, all he can find is a package with a cassette tape. Batman plays that cassette tape, and to his horror, he listens as the Joker tortures Alfred. No. How could Batman be so stupid? How could he have let this happen? The Joker tells Batman in the tape that he was making a celebration, and he's gonna need someone proper to serve it. Bruce Wayne's butler seems like a prime person for this job. And while standing there lost in his own thoughts of how he lost Alfred, he looks down at the cassette tape, and he realizes that it's marked Gordon. He quickly gets over to Jim Gordon's house to warn him, and ask him to join him in the Batman safe house. But Jim Gordon says no. He won't run from the Joker. The Joker took too much from him, and he hurt him too much. He needs to bring the Joker in. But as he says this, he's looking down at a photograph from one of the most horrific days in his life. The day when his daughter was shot in the stomach, and he was tortured by the Joker. But as he's standing there looking at this, blood begins to pour out of the very pores in his skin. Batman cringes as he catches Gordon, and he hurries him to the hospital. After a little time passes, Batman sits down with Nightwing to explain what's going on. The Joker is attacking the family, the people who know Batman or are willing to help Batman. He explains that Alfred's been kidnapped because he was Bruce Wayne's butler, and Bruce Wayne funds Batman Incorporated, and that Jim Gordon was also a known ally of Batman and Joker attacked him. He also doesn't want Nightwing to tell the rest of the Bat family about Alfred because he's worried that they're all going to lose their cool. But when Nightwing asks Batman how he could even consider the rest of the family losing their cool, he tells Nightwing that he's barely keeping it together himself. Alfred was like a father figure to him, and he's missing. But don't worry, because he's going to be able to stop the Joker soon. Because using his detective skills, he figured out that the Joker is going through all of their past meetings and past locations. So if he continues with this pattern, he'll eventually end up at the water reservoir.
Oh my god, I got all these freaking ads.
Tell me what happened to my grandfather. You think one of his family killed him? You were counting on that inheritance, weren't you?
Nightwing tells Batman to let him go with him, but Batman tells him, no, he'll handle this alone. And Batman was spot on. The Joker is waiting for him at the water reservoir. Batman looks right at the Joker and he says, "What is this all about, Joker? Where's Pennyworth?" Joker just lets out a laugh. "Always right to business, Bats. Not even a batarang to the head? Well, don't worry about it. I took care of everything." And Batman just looks at him questioningly. "What do you mean?" "Well, you see, we would argue, then you would throw a batarang, then I would press a button and we'd go boom. The poison would get into the water. Then you would save the day in the city, but I'd end up getting a few people with my poison. The unlucky few who went to their water before you were able to save them. Well, I went ahead and skipped all of that. I just went ahead and killed everyone, and they're all right in the water already. Just look down, Bats." Below Batman in the water are dead bodies, all weighted down with cement blocks. But before Batman can do anything else, the Joker wraps him up in a trap. The Joker then continues, "I'm gonna save you, Batman, because you've gotten so weak you couldn't even stop a few owls without your allies' help. And since I've learned all of your secret identities, and I know who all of you are, I'm gonna remove your weaknesses for you, Batman." So Batman ignites his gloves on fire, and he charges at the Joker, grabbing him by the throat, and he demands that the Joker end this now. It's over. But the Joker's toxin was on his skin, and now Batman is paralyzed while the Joker simply walks away after kicking Batman into the water down below.
Man. Dirty trick.
He awakens back in the Batcave, saved by Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, Jason Todd, Damian Wayne, and Barbara Gordon. Or Nightwing, Red Robin, Red Hood, Robin, and Batgirl. Maybe you know them better that way. And they want to know what's going on. How does the Joker know who they all are? And why didn't Bruce tell them about Alfred being kidnapped? Well, Bruce explains that he didn't want them to get emotional about Alfred, so he kept it to himself. And no, there's no way that the Joker can know who all of them are. But Nightwing tells him, "What are you hiding, Bruce? I can tell." So Bruce explains that there is one thing that he has in the back of his mind. One thing that he's worried about. Back when he started being Batman, his next meeting with the Joker after the reservoir was on a blimp that was spreading poison over the city. Well, once Batman stopped the Joker and the blimp crashed into the bay, he would spend the next few hours looking to get the blimp out of the bay before it could poison anyone. He then spent the next few hours after that looking for the Joker, but he couldn't find him, so eventually he went angrily back to the Batcave. He was so furious that he lost the Joker that he went to bed that night without even checking any of his safeguards. And the next morning, he found a Joker card on the Batboat. All of the Bat family was in shock. Does this mean that the Joker got into the Batcave? And if he was able to figure out Bruce Wayne through a simple amount of math, he could easily figure out the identities of everyone that Bruce Wayne has been associated with, so he could easily figure out the identities of the entire Bat family. So of course, he may know who everyone is. But Batman shrugs it off and says no. In order to have gotten into the Batcave that night, he would have had to have bypassed the Batboat's sensors, hold his breath for about 5 miles, hold on to the Batboat at 50 miles an hour, and then avoid all of the Batcave's sensors that even existed back then. Batman says that no one could have even done that, not even himself. But everyone else isn't so sure. Nightwing looks at Batman and he says, "Batman, the Joker has done the impossible before, and you should have at least told us about the card." Batman walks away from them and says they're done talking. He's gonna follow up on a lead he has, and he leaves the Batcave. And the Bat family are there wondering why he still hasn't asked for help. His lead was to follow one of the henchmen that worked with the Joker that day on the Reservoir Bridge. And as it turns out, the henchman was one of the guards at Arkham Asylum. Joker has the entire staff from Arkham hostage, and he controls the entire facility right now. The nightmare that is the Joker is about to be even worse for Batman. So Batman heads over to Arkham Asylum and he enters it, and he sees how horrific the Joker has turned this place of healing into. In the first room, Batman sees the guards and the staff dancing in Batman and Joker costumes all around him, and they're exclaiming, "Please help us, Batman, we've been dancing for days."
Man.
Joker exclaims, "Welcome to your kingdom! This is your royal court!" And Batman deactivates the electrical pulses going to their feet before the Joker can kill all of them. And then he walks into the next room by cutting through the stables, where a flaming horse charges at him. Batman simply rolls out of the way and he walks into a darkened room where the lights come on one by one. And the Joker exclaims,
Man.
"Welcome to your royal knights, Batman!" Well, being that they're normal henchmen that were locked up in Arkham, Batman disposes of them easily, and he moves on to the next room, where the Joker doesn't waste a moment before explaining that this is the room that holds the royal tapestry. On the wall, Batman can see bodies sewn together and tattooed to display the greatest fights between Joker and the Batman. As he leaves the room, the bodies in the wall begin to talk, and they say, "Hail the Bat King!"
Hail the Bat King.
Next, Batman faces off and disposes of his groundskeeper, Mr. Freeze, his royal player, Clayface, and his royal physician, Scarecrow. And finally, he gets to the top of Arkham Asylum, where he finds the Joker, Two-Face, Penguin, and Riddler, all waiting for him, and the royal court, led by the royal jester, Joker. He also sees that the rest of the Arkham staff is dressed up like the Justice League, individuals that the Joker intends to torture. Batman rushes in to stop them, but the Joker lowers a few bars in his way to keep him from getting to them. But it doesn't matter. Batman cut the power to their little room. They're locked in there, and there's no power to raise the bars. He's won, hasn't he?
Hasn't he?
But the Joker simply says, "Look to your left, Bats." And on the screen to the left, Batman sees the defeat of Nightwing, Batgirl, Red Hood, and Red Robin, and
God.
Damian Wayne, his own son.
Took down
Joker
all of
now
them.
has everyone captive, and he looks at Batman and he says, "Now sit on your throne!" Not seeing any other option, Batman restores the power, and he walks up the steps, and he takes a seat on the throne, allowing the Joker to electrocute him.
Man, Bats.
He slowly wakes up, blinking his eyes, and he finds himself bound to a chair. And in front of him are Nightwing, Red Robin, Damian, Red Hood, and Batgirl, all at a table with bags over their heads. The Joker is also there, welcoming Batman to this sick and twisted dinner party. "What did you do, Joker?" Batman cries out as the Joker welcomes a servant to the table, someone to serve the meal to their guests. Alfred walks out from behind a wall in this cave, a big grin on his face, all Joker toxined up. And he removes the bags over everyone's head to reveal that their faces are covered in bloody bandages, and there's plates in front of all of the guests. All of the Bat family lets out a gasp as they picture what could possibly be on those plates, and Alfred slowly reveals what is being served to them. And everyone lets out a shocking gasp as they see their own faces have been cut off and they're lying on ice in front of them. The Joker lets out a cackle. He's won, and now everyone will die as he ignites the entire table on fire in hopes of severing what makes Batman weak. But Batman knows this place. It is the caves out.
Okay, Abs, we need to.
Outside of the Batcave, and there's an underground supply of water above them. He quickly pulls the support beams, allowing the water to flow and put out the fire, and he runs over to Damian to make sure that his own son is okay. Slowly, he peels back the bandages, preparing for the worst, and Damian even says, "Tell me what's wrong! Tell me! I can take it!" And Batman just smiles. It was all another sick joke from the Joker. Everyone's okay.
Thank God.
Nightwing tells Batman to chase the Joker while they restrain Alfred and help him get over the Joker toxin. So Batman quickly takes off into the caves while everyone tries to gather their bearings. But the Joker planned for this, and a bomb containing Joker toxin goes off in the room, infecting everybody. Nightwing, Damian, Red Robin, Red Hood, and Batgirl are all now infected, and they're all about to go on a murderous rampage. Batman catches up to the Joker and he punches Batman, "You better go back and save your family! They're all about to die, Bats!" But he just hits the Joker again. "I have faith in them. They aren't gonna die." The Joker just scoffs and says, "You shouldn't do that! They bring you down! They make you weak!" But Batman tells him, "No, they make me stronger." The Joker just eyeballs him, and he gets angrier, and then he spits some acid in Batman's face to distract him, and he runs to the nearby cliffside so that he can jump off and commit suicide. Batman won't win, but Batman catches him at the last second, and he tells him, "I've been thinking about what you said, old friend, that we should end this once and for all, this game that we play. I did what you wouldn't do. Because this is the spot right here, isn't it? The spot where you fell off the Batboat all of those years ago? This is where you turned back, isn't it? Not because you couldn't hold on, but because you didn't want to know who I was. Well, I'm not like you, Joker. And during this year while you were away, I figured out who you are. Who you were before you were the Joker. The Joker panics. Batman can see it in his eyes. You're lying. You wouldn't use my own joke against me. But Batman continues. Joker, I know your name, your history, your family, all of it. Come closer. I'll whisper it in your ear, darling. And Batman pulls him closer, and he whispers, Joker, your real name is... And the Joker screams, shut up! And buzzes Batman in the face with a hand buzzer, forcing Batman to drop him down the waterfall. As the Joker falls, his face comes off finally, and it falls in the deep water down below.
Man.
So, did the Bat family pull through the Joker toxin? Are they okay? Well, Batman was right. They came together, and they pushed through it. But the damage was done. The family doesn't trust Bruce anymore. And when he tried to get them all together so they can discuss the events, one by one they texted and they canceled on him. No one trusts Batman anymore. He kept a potential reveal of their identity secret. He kept Alfred secret, and he refused to allow them to even help him, leading to each of them being caught. Bruce goes down into the Batcave where he passes a computer screen which states Batman in fact did not know the Joker's name. And he looks at the chemical compound that was in the Joker toxin. The chemical compound of... Ha!
Funny. Real funny. Alright, y'all, that's it for the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube page. And if y'all seen the video before, well, leave a comment below and see if y'all still scared of it back when you first heard the storyline, or y'all just like, nah, it just okay. It ain't like scary back when I was, 14, 15. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Neezy Zone. And don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, NZ the Rapper 4. And I hope y'all have a great Halloween. And I'll see y'all in the next video real soon. We got some more bangers coming up. Because 2019 is almost over, man. Almost over. It's been the best year of my life. But let's not talk about that right now. But without further ado, see you later. Have a blessed day. Happy Halloween.